Today at Gamescom, Nintendo showed off a brand new Pokémon as well as a live demonstration of a Battle Royal. So we thought we'd bring out the old analysis machine to take a look at both of them to see what's in store for us in Pokémon Sun and Moon. But we never expected to find something so major in such an innocuous video. But before we get to that, let's take a closer look at our newest Pokémon, Turtonator, the Blast Turtle Pokémon. It's a dual fire and dragon type that lives on volcanoes. It feeds on the sulfur and other materials that can be found near the craters, causing its shell to have an explosive layer. So when something strikes its shell, sparks will fly out from Turtonator's horns and ignite an explosion. Turtonator often camouflages itself as a rock and will wait for its prey in these same volcanic craters. But rather than attack directly, it waits for its prey to step onto the back of its shell. Turtonator then strikes its shell with its tail in order to trigger an explosion and take out its prey. Its front is also used to vent its body. Most of the explosive blasts from Turtonator's back are released through an orifice located in the center of its chest. We can actually see this hole during the trailer. However, this is Turtonator's weak point, and any attack that focuses on it will cause a massive amount of damage. Turtonator also has the new ability Shell Trap. This allows it to set a trap at the beginning of its turn. If it's then hit by a physical move from the opponent during that turn, the shell trap will trigger its trademark explosion in order to damage its enemy right back. What's unclear is if Turtonator must be faster than its opponent in order to set the trap, or if setting it applies to the next turn as well. Since we only see it face off against a Torkoal, it's hard to say for sure. Along with Turtonator's reveal, the Gamescom Livestream also showed off a Battle Royal. And while nothing new was shown about the mode itself, we did get a better look at the Z moves. In the battle menu, we see that the Z move is available. Now, we already knew that it could only be used once in battle, so it will stay there until chosen. But here's where it gets interesting. When the Z move is selected, we learn that it is using a normal type Z crystal due to the fact that it highlights Pikachu's Slam, connecting the two. Though we think the two are connected in more than just a visual sense. After all, the player then has to confirm the Z move again. We believe that the Z move's power may be directly affected by which regular move it's connected to. So in this case, the Z move is drawing from the power of Slam, making it a physical type move with 80 base power. We doubt that it takes the accuracy into account though. But what this means is that the same Z move may have different characteristics if it's connected to Hyper Beam instead. For example, that would make it a special type move with 150 power. It puts a lot more strategy into picking what moves your Pokémon has. The normal type Z move is called the Hyper Sprint Attack. We see the trainer's pose in action, which then transfers the power into Pikachu. Pikachu then charges at its opponent with massive speed, flattening it instantly. However, this only takes Rowlet slightly below half health, which could tie into our theory about the move's power level. Plus, it wasn't exactly super effective against Rowlet. It does make us wonder though if there are two versions of each Z move depending on whether it's linked to a physical or special attack. Previous Z moves were never physical, yet the normal one was. So if a special type normal move was selected, would a different attack play out? It's still one of the mysteries of the Z moves, but everything we've seen here shows both how it could turn the tide of battle while also not being so overpowered. Especially since we know players receive the Z ring early on. It all makes sense. As you get better moves, your Z move's power also increases. But that's everything we could find in Nintendo's Gamescom Pokémon Sun and Moon livestream. While it didn't show too much at first glance, it may have provided our first look at exactly how Z power will work. It's exciting stuff, and we'll be sure to cover more as it's released. Thanks for watching, and of course be sure to subscribe to Game Explained for more on Pokémon and other things gaming.